Another topic that's been in the news in our neck of the woods, as Al Roker would say. We love Al Roker because we're
Now,
from Jersey slash New
you know
York
that. That's right.
area.
That's right. That's our out. Yep.
Yeah. So a pregnant woman got a ticket for driving in the HOV lane in Texas. She says
her baby is another person.
Was her passenger. She was 34 weeks pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Ma, on that? This is going, she has a case, she is refuting.
I would give her a pass. At 34, that baby is just getting fatter.
I like how you're taking it, because a lot of people are very taking this in a very serious way, because
I'm taking it seriously too, because that baby is a person. That baby is a person.
You agree
that baby can live outside her womb right now. It's 34 weeks old. Yes. That's a person.
So so what happens if it's 8 weeks old? 12 weeks old, like that's the precedent. That's the issue.
Okay. If it's 8 weeks old, and this happened in Texas, if it's 8 weeks old, that's a tiny little fragile person. Yes.
Okay, so you agree. So you agree with her?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's so big that baby can live outside the womb now for sure, independent of
in 34 weeks.
I'm laughing at because it's so big.
Right.
That's a little person. It's a little person. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't
I agree with mommy, and they need to leave mommy alone. And that was very nasty of that person who gave her that ticket.
Well, okay. So here's the issue. You know what the HOV lane is for anyway. Obviously to promote ride sharing and alleviate
and cut down on crowds on the highways.
Right.
Yeah, high occupancy.
Well, I guess the thing is that they're like a baby wouldn't fall into that category.
I understand, and I gave you my view, honey. You ain't got to re-explain anything to me. I got it. Oh, I don't know who you're talking to.
Well, no, I'm just wondering.
I gave you my view. I agree with the woman. I think her baby is a person.
I just don't know if that's going to cause more issues down the line regarding healthcare, regarding what you call a person. Like you have to be careful about that.
All right. Look, you're projecting too far.
I'm not projecting too far. It's very controversial. That's why I'm having this conversation.
Okay, well, I gave you my view on it. I feel that.
But okay, so is it because it's 34 weeks, or is it?
I just answered you. At 8 weeks, it's a tiny person. It is the evolution of a human being. So some people believe life starts at conception. What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? We all get here one way. So what is your thing? Ma what?
Okay.
Ma what? Ma what?
It just has to do
and all that.
But that's what this is about.
Please don't start with all that.
But this is what this conversation is about. That's what
it's not. It's not. You can stretch it to that. Okay. You can turn it into that if you want to, but that is not what it's about.
Okay.
Not what it's about. That's you turning it into that. That's not what it's about. And even if that is what it's about, that does not mean a woman doesn't have the right to choose because you decide to label something this way or that way or the other way.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Okay. I'm just saying that she said that pretty much because of what recently happened. That's what that's why she said that.
I understand. I think they should have left her alone. She's clearly, obviously pregnant, and they should have left her alone. Now, if they want to play around with, at what time and what date and all that, fine. Okay. Who's going to
Well, they're saying that the baby has to be outside the body, Mom.
Oh, well,
because all of this comes into place. Should you pay child support?
Okay. So you asked me my opinion. And
I asked you your opinion. All right. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying that
my opinion, and then you seem to be wanting to change my opinion.
I'm not changing your opinion. I don't, me and you can have a conversation and not necessarily be 100% in agreement. Not trying to change your opinion at all. Okay. I just thought it was an interesting case, and it's here in Texas, and we don't know if we'll see more and more like
Well,
that
and see,
because of the recent
that's
ruling.
a whole nother issue. Is it gonna matter state by state? I mean, how much of an issue do you think this is gonna really become? Not very much of one, but let me just say this to
Okay.
you.
Well, it made news.
If it's in Texas, then I don't even know how the hell they gave her a ticket. If they're being so consistent in Texas, where abortion is going to be banned completely, irrespective to how far along you are. It's just going to be banned. Even and now it's what, 6 weeks, and waiting for a
It's
couple of
6
more.
weeks. Yeah.
It's
In a
6
couple
weeks
weeks
now, and
it'll
in a
be
couple more weeks it'll be zero.
zero.
Nothing. Right. So how did she get a ticket at all? If you're talking about consistency in abortion and women's rights. So come on, Paige, don't turn it into because
Well, she did it because of that,
never.
huh?
If that's the case, the
She
cop in
did it
Texas
because
should
of
have
that.
never gave her the ticket at all.
Okay.
You understand? If following that logic, that it's
I just think it's a slippery slope when we go.
It's totally a slippery slope, but you got to call it. He called it. That cop called it.
He
she's
did
like,
call
I'm
it.
not having it. And she's like, I'm not having it. So let's see where it goes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm very clear that I'm
because
pro
if he's
women and pro
consistent-
choice. I don't know
me
what
too.
this is.
And so am I. If he's consistent with and adhering to Texas laws, then he should have never given her the ticket. He should have never given her the ticket. You understand?
I mean, I'm not saying, well, you're right. I'm
saying as far as the state of Texas.
Well, that's what she was saying.
Well, that's what it is.
And that's the
what
issue.
It is. They're full of crap. You can't have it both ways. If you telling me it's a baby from the moment of conception, when I got a big child who can live independently, you telling me it's not another person? But yet as soon as I conceive, it's a person? Texas, that's what you telling me? So you don't give me no ticket. How you giving me a ticket? You violating your own law. Okay.
I'm just worried about women in general.
That I am not in agreement with.
No, I mean, that's my thing. I'm not in agreement with it.
I'm not in agreement with anything Texas says. Because everything they say is anti-human, anti-reproductive rights, anti-women rights, anti-civil rights. I'm not in agreement with anything Texas says as a red state.
And I wanted to
with anything.
And I wanted to give an update on that. In the last day or two, since we recorded this, the government is issuing guidance saying the requirements for healthcare providers under the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. The law requires medical facilities to determine whether a person seeking treatment may be in labor or whether they face an emergency situation or one that could develop into an emergency, and to provide treatment. So if a physician believes that a pregnant patient presenting at an emergency department, including certain labor and delivery departments, is experiencing an emergency medical condition as defined by EMTALA, and that abortion is a stabilizing treatment necessary to resolve that condition, the physician must provide that treatment. Just letting everyone know that is something that is the guidance. And in most states they do
that's just
have
a bunch
that.
of lawsuits, honey.
It's a bunch of
the Texas. That's just a bunch of lawsuits waiting to happen.
Well,
you know it, and I know it. It's a bunch of lawsuits. That's all. And then doctors are wreaking havoc on the medical profession. So let's just see how
guys go vote
for OBGYNs. What?
Guys go vote. Go vote, guys, is what I'm saying. Go vote.
All the time. If you don't do anything else, my goodness, please vote.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.